And we're live with a Monday fun day. This isn't fun. This isn't fun. Are you having fun? No. Jesus, Kanye, here we go. Everybody brace your seats. I got a message for Kanye here. Breathe in, breathe out. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm a spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger of God, child of God, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated, here on a moon day. I've tried to wake up a couple times today and haven't. I had no desire, but I still forced myself out here. I'm sitting out here and I see a piece of Kanye's interview where he's out here calling people faggots and saying after 2 months of dating Kim, I didn't want no babies. Okay, buddy, here we go. You ready? Strap your seatbelt on, Mr. Unaccountability. You're a faggot. You're on every rapper's dick out here. You're the only person talking about him. Ain't nobody talking about you. You're not part of any conversation. You try to make a conversation about yourself and play victim to the conversation when you yourself started the fight. You go out and pick fights. You're that person that throws fucking rocks and hides behind a tree. And then when one hits you, you want to say, oh, get him, get him. How come nobody's standing up for me? How come nobody's on my side? You stand alone, dickhead. Nobody's on your side because nobody agrees with the shit that's coming out of your mouth. You don't have a side. You're playing both sides, loser. I just want to point out what a pussy you are. After 2 months of dating Kim, I realized I didn't want to have children with her, but it wasn't God's plan. God did that to you. God made you lay with that bitch. God made you a weak-ass fucking rapper that couldn't get away from her weak-ass family, and they destroyed you because you was weak. You keep saying that they're bad people and everybody's a bad person and they did you dirty, but you have no accountability for how you do people. You think you're a fucking victim and that gives you a right to run around, you know what I mean, seeking revenge in your little black hood. You're just mad because you weren't invited to the P. Diddy parties because nobody stuck their dick in your butt because you ain't got no proof. You weren't part of the party. Ramses, he's no dancing at the party. In the sense of that's all you do, Kanye, is you play victim out in this bitch and then try to tell everyone you're so fucking powerful. Oh, they did me dirty, but now they're going to have to answer to me. Who are you? If they did you like that once, they'll do it again because you're a punk. You let people do you this way. You don't want to accept that you did this. You agreed to have children with that woman. Even after you said, and that interview right there, that's going to be the words your kids hear. That's what you don't get. You didn't want me? You didn't want to have kids with me? You don't love my mother? Well, that's not going to help your court case. That doesn't help that you love your kids. When you make this whole world about everything but your kids. You went to war with your wife, ex-wife, because you couldn't force her to let you put a song with her on or put your daughter on a song with a pedophile. No judge or jury across America is going to give you rights to do such a thing. Now they know your intentions, they're going to take them away. You want to use them to make yourself famous. You want to use everybody to make yourself famous. You are the most famous person out here, but you have nothing to say. Nothing. You want to sell music that people don't want to hear, that they will not allow you to perform. You want to talk about politics when you have no education. Kanye, how far did you get in your fucking studies? College dropout? I don't think you made it. I don't think it. Pull your fucking high school diploma first before you start talking politics. You don't know the structure of our U.S. government to even be part of it. You don't know history because you didn't study it. Again, you didn't go to school for any of this. You don't pull out a book, read about what happened, and then come do a book report on it. You sit there and fucking fabricate as you take a big huff off of your drugs and come up with this shit. Then you get mad that nobody believes the shit that you believe. Nobody believes you. They don't believe in you. They can't even believe the shit that comes out of your mouth. And you want to sit here and spend however much time on an interview trying to make... And that's what Russ deleted his post last night. I got him. I got him so good. And I'm like, what? That hurt you? You're ashamed of who you are? We'll see it again. You could delete this post, but you'll do it again today. You'll do it for the rest of your life, trying to explain yourself to people, trying to get people to understand you. After you said you weren't going to explain yourself, here you are explaining yourself and how you can't choose what's the next song to release. So go ahead and run a poll. Go see what the people want. You're all about the people, right? You're a people pleaser. And he went and deleted it. Shut up. You're ashamed of yourself? I'd be ashamed of myself too. Doesn't mean it went away. It's sealed in the memories of those of us that watched you whine. You can't take away what you did, and that's what I told him. It's like, you know how many times I've said something or did something that I wish I could take it away? You can't. You can't hide it either. You own up to it. You own it. That came out of me. I did that. Why did I do that? Let me explain. I'm not a victim. I just, you know, it's like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. And then I got to spend all morning grounding myself, listening to God tell me you're not what I think you are. People don't listen to God, Kanye, like I do. They listen to their minds, and they see you, and they think you're a whole fucking piece of shit, bro. And that's how I woke up looking at you, too. Your kids are going to look at you like this. Everybody's going to look at you like this, Kanye. Like, you want people to look up to you, but they just keep looking down every time you opened your mouth. I told you 3 years ago to shut the fuck up. And yet, here you are, thinking you got something important to say. Picking fights with who? Kendrick? He'll smash you. All of the people you pick a fight with can actually use their brain frequency to put words together to make a sentence, which in essence is rapping. Every time somebody asks you a question, you have to dig to the farthest part of your fucking central lobe to come up with an answer from your childhood trauma. Your brain doesn't work because you shoved all that fucking nitrous in it. I told you there was going to be long-term effects to this. That means that, you know, the chemicals you put into your brain are stimulating to your brain where it does not work like it did before. You think that you're so much more, you know what I mean, educated and sophisticated to these people. But we could stand in front of you and pass the mic and watch us destroy you with words. What are you going to do then, Kanye? Big tittied ass. You fat ass, bro. Look at you. Trying to hide. You're trying to hide your image, but put your girl out there. The skinnier she is, the fatter you get. Your titties are bigger than any titties you done bought for any woman. And you want to come out here and tell everyone you're a man in a dress with titties? Chasing, you know what I mean, all on rappers' dicks? Who's the faggot, Kanye? Oh my God, Becky. That's why nobody fucks with you, bro, because you don't have the mentality, bro. You can't hold a conversation. You can't hold your fucking shit together, bro. You're falling apart, bro. You're going to be one of the fucking... And that's it. Why? Why is this happening to you? Did you ask God? Have you asked God, Kanye? Do you know God? You know Jesus walks. Have you asked God why what he is trying to teach you? No, you can't hear him. All you can hear is your own, they did me dirty feelings. It takes two to tango, bro. They got you after you got them. Nobody got you. They got you back. And you're mad because they ain't got your back. No, bro, I'll break your fucking back. I was your friend, and look at what you turned out to be. You turn against everybody. You're not a friend. You're a liability. You always have been. That's why you have to have secret fucking interviews and you got to be hidden and all this stuff, because you got a fucking target on your back, bro, all the time. You put it there so you could play victim. You want to come out here as a KKK member and you think black people are going to respect you? They're going to stand behind you? No, bitch. No. Some of us have a memory. Some of us have dignity. Some of us have honor. Not you. And again, you know, I guess Kendrick said it. You ain't got loyalty up in your DNA. You ain't got, I don't know what's flowing through your DNA. Fucking cheese whiz. Seriously, where's Donda? Who bred this bitch? Okay, now this bitch has bred 6 other kids, and everything bitch-like about him and his wife are in those 6 kids. So we're gonna have 6 more of these motherfuckers running around. These lab rats. It was God's plan. The fuck it wasn't. The fuck it wasn't. God didn't plan for this. He will go with your plan and he will clean up your mess. But you created this mess. You did. With your spineless ass. I never wanted to have kids with her. Why? Because you realized she wasn't a mother? She was just a fucking hooker? Really? And now you want to go to court and tell everyone she's not a mother? She's been mothering those kids longer than you've been out here hooking. You're never going to win. Never. Because you have a losing mentality. God is not on your side. He loves you and he will clean up your messes and he will protect people from you. He will not forsake you, but he will not bless you in your works. He will keep you locked up in a little bubble where you're safe. You know what I mean? You're on a fucking timeout. You can't play with nobody. You're treating my kids like shit. Oh, they're doing... No, they're not. Nobody's hurting you. You're hurting everybody. Stay away from people. My wife. Yeah, what are you doing to her? How much psychological and physical damage are you doing to this woman? We can't wait for her to leave you and tell all. Everybody's gonna leave you, bro. Nobody wants to be around this. You have a repulsive energy that pushes everybody away, including me, the Holy Spirit. I look at you and I'm like, Jesus. Are you sure, God? You sure? People think you sold your soul. That you don't have a soul anymore. God says that's not true and you couldn't do such a thing. That he has it locked away nice and safe. But you can't hear it. You gave up rights to it is what you think. You told somebody that they could own your soul in exchange for what? This life? This is what you sold your soul for? To dress up as a clown and act like a clown and be America's clown? The clown of the globe? I think you got gypped. I think you better take that shit back to to wherever you got it and give that life back and go reclaim your soul. It doesn't matter. His life is nearly over. It really is. It's almost over. And when it's done, we'll have to clean up. He'll still live inside of those children. We'll still have 6 versions of his bitch ass out here that we're going to have to clean up. They're inside of him. They're inside those kids. All of his pain and suffering, all of his hatred, his racism, everything that they are. All their shadows lie within those kids, bro. And they're coming out, especially North. They're really fucking turning her into a shadow of themselves. I used to say I wanted that girl to hang out with my kids. Nah. And that's how other parents are going to be too. Nah, you don't need to hang out with kids like that. They're going to be just like you. No friends, no family, broken homes, judged by the entire world, trying to dress up and be liked. Just like their parents. American Idols, huh? Oh no, I didn't watch the whole thing. It was just a clip on Facebook and that was more than enough for me. Again, this is what I showed you over the weekend. This is what happens when you don't hold on, when you don't let go. It just keeps getting more and more destroyed. You keep destroying it, trying to make it better. There's nothing you can do. The tower's falling. He'll put up a brick just to have to destroy it. Every brick he puts around himself, he builds a fort of hell. Every person that he pushes away, you know what I mean, will never return. Because, and the fact is, they don't have Christ. They don't have a reason to forgive you. They don't feel sorry for you. They can't have empathy for you and your actions. There's no reason for a person to act like this and treat other people like this. If we took you to jail, we took you to the court, just like I shared last night about that woman, how many years would they give you? The world will eventually get to a point. You know, Britney Spears wasn't a danger to herself, but you are. You're a danger to yourself and others. At what point are we going to put a conservative ship over you? And who's going to be in charge of you managing your life? Because you can't. Who's going to take over your finances, your children, your fucking legacy? Jay-Z, he gets your catalog? And that's what they said too, is you pick these people. Every artist in all time that got fucked over a contract comes back and wants to take on the fucking industry that everybody else works for. And nobody's ever been able to do it. You signed your life, bro. You wanted to be part of their world, and you play by their rules. It's their world. There's one person on this planet that has the blueprint to break their world. But he's too busy trying to rap in their world too. Could I do it? I know what I told him. I know what it is. But that's up to him. Do I care? I'm going to change music from a different direction. I'm going to change the sound of music. I don't give a fuck how you guys compete and it destroys your life. That's all you want, is to fucking be liked. You want people to fucking like you. I don't care. Let it destroy you so you to find out that people don't like you. No matter what you do, you're not going to be liked by all. And in your pursuit of being liked, the ones that did like you no longer do. And I'm here to save your soul, not your career. Your soul doesn't want that. Your flesh does. Your flesh wants what every other person's flesh wants. Your soul wants an experience and freedom, peace and happiness. Wants joy and connection. You get none of that out of chasing what your flesh wants. And that's where it goes back to Russ. Whatever you're doing this music for is not for those reasons. It's not going to give you peace and joy, family, none of that. You think that out of a music career you can build a lifestyle. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Now you're rich, you're famous, and have no life. Your life is committed to the work you do. You are only rich and famous if you continue to do that work, is what they say. And once you're done, you're done. And you can't stand to be done. You can't stand not to be the center of fucking attention. So you'll do and say whatever it takes to get people to look at you. You dress in the coolest things. You'll go to the parties. You'll do whatever just to be part of the cool crowd. But you guys don't look so cool to the rest of us crowd. You think you're exclusive? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think you all share an exclusive mental disability that makes you, gives this, you all have this same fucking twisted perception in your mind of how you view the life you live and how you view others. It's an exclusive view, I'll give you that. Not everybody looks to life the way you guys do. I don't know, bro. In the end, I'm like, just shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up. That's all I've ever said to Kanye since I got out here. Shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut up. You don't know what you're saying. Your brain is just spitting out words that are being used against you. He's an idiot. And again, he's got to do this for the rest of his life. Every week or every other week, he's got to come up with some grand scheme to annoy people so he can be on the front page of something. Attention seekers don't care what the attention is as long as the attention's on them. He's become accustomed to negative attention. He feeds off of it. He sits there and feels, it's Russ. They don't like me. And then he does something else to make them not like him. And then wants to feel bad that nobody likes him. Hey, Russ, Kanye likes you. Yeah! Did you know? I said it to him yesterday. I said, quit grooming my boy. Did you know that fucking Busta Rhymes be busting rhymes to your fucking image? Yeah, I meant that the way it really was supposed to say. It's, I didn't say what he really was doing with your image. No woman wants to know what they're really doing, but I'm telling you what he's doing with your image. He's the next one that's about to come out. My spirits told me about that last week. I was like, oh my god, this is disgusting. He's a whole gay guy that goes after fucking rappers. He's a whole gay guy. In all of his career, he's never been with a woman. He's an in the closet gay guy, bro, and he has an attraction to white men. He is so on your dick, Russ. I may have said others were, but this guy is on your dick, bro. You look up to him until you go in the studio and he says, drop your pants. You're gonna fight off Busta Rhymes? You're gonna tell Busta Rhymes no? You're gonna tell the world that Busta Rhymes wanted to bust a rhyme in your butthole? It's true. Holy Spirit showed me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. I am going to throw up. Yeah, he goes down, bro. It's a really gross one. A bunch of men come out and get his ass. He was raping boys? Not really. He was intimidating them into where they couldn't say no. And that goes back to Kanye. I didn't want to have kids with that girl. Then why didn't you break up with that girl? Because you ain't got no balls, bitch. She put him in a fucking lab and sucked, pulled him straight out of you and put him in her belly. She convinced you into some stupid shit. Why? Because you're easily convinced. I'm gonna trademark these. These kids will make our future better. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah, Russ, they like you, bro. But not for the reasons you think. You might want to cut that hair, I told you. Out here looking like a girl. Attracting gay men. What girl likes your hair? That shit was so fucking frizzy. In every one of your videos, it's disgusting and frizzy. I can feel the sweat. You live in Atlanta, too, which means you have a sweaty neck. Which means your hair smells like sweat all the time. Do you guys know the smell of sweat in the hair? Probably not. You don't know the smell of sweat on your body. Oh, man. Just had to throw that out there. Russ didn't know that he's being preyed upon. Get him! Get him! Get him! Let him feel the fucking sting of sexual abuse. Let him feel the sting of fucking sexual manipulation and grooming. Let him feel it. Let him feel what it feels like to be us. Give him a real life experience that he can really talk about. Let's talk about it, Russ. Let's talk about you and your relationship to these gay rappers. Kanye, you want to talk about these faggot ass rappers that are out there trying to screw my boy? Or is that your boy? And he's real nice to you and he's real sweet and he's always been your dog? How you make it through this many years of your life is a fucking... I guess they're all coming out. Here comes R. Kelly. Cleaning out your closet. He's another one that's been studying male rappers since the beginning. He tries to lean... He's like kind of Marshall in that sense. He tries to do songs with you just to show he's better than you. But he's not. Because he's ripping your fucking creativity. Funny guy. Going back to it, you want to talk about rappers? Let's talk about rappers. My Holy Spirit tells me everything that they're up to. The question is do you believe? Do you believe in life after love? Anyways, let's go back to Kanye. Kanye needs Jesus. That's it. That's all. God bless. Amen. There is not a human being out here that can help any of these men. Only God can. Only God can judge them now. Thanks, Pac. That's it. We can't help you. You can't help someone that won't help themselves. They have to they have to do this themselves. You know, I'm seeing Alice Cooper. It took him 5 years to prove to his wife he was worthy of her time again. You know what I mean? She wasn't gonna fuck with him. I'm not fucking with you, bro. I don't care if you've been clean for a year. I don't care if you've been clean for 2 years. I don't care if you've been clean for 3 years. I don't care if you've been clean for 4 years. 5 years, huh? Alright, maybe. But I swear to fucking God, if you fuck this up. In the essence, it took him 5 years to clean up his act just to his wife. Some people will forgive you and give you a chance, and then it's going to take a lot of action. You're going to have to show them and keep showing them and keep showing them and keep showing them that you're not the same person. And that's what I told Russ. Stop telling me, show me something. That's all he does is write music to try to tell me something. Show me something, Nika. Your words mean nothing. They're not worth $15.99 and a signed fucking version of it. You can't stand behind those words. Walk them like you talk them, bro. And that's it. Kanye, you ain't never going to be accepted until you start changing your behaviors. You start acting differently. You could talk different all you want, but when you start walking in that shit, then people will start to recognize. But right now, we see what you're doing. It's not about what you're saying. It's about what you're doing. It's about what you're doing. They say a man is only as good as his words. But the words that come out of your mouth don't have any goodness. They have no value. It means you have no value because you're just words. Go figure, a rapper is just words. He's not really about that life. Go figure. That's what I said when I started this. I was like, the fakest thing I found out here are rappers. They're fucking fake. industry made. Never ever seen the streets, bro. And I put him in their place. Pac. You wonder why Pac is on my block. Because I've been on the block. He walked, you know what I mean? In essence, if Pac rules the reels of what I did in my life, he knows that I was in more danger than he ever was. He knows that I made bigger moves than he ever did. He knows that I did stuff that he's never seen done by a woman or a man in this world. That's why he stays with me. Because he knows that I know how to hold down the streets. Well, that's what it is, too. I hear DMX. The only nigga that could go to the fucking hood and be good. That's me. Any hood. I told that girl yesterday. I told her I was gonna do a reading for her today too. Fuck, I gotta honor that. Told that girl yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna tell you something that you're probably gonna take offense to, but I mean no harm. It's like she was all blinged out, bro. She had a ring on every finger. She had the biggest fucking. She was blinged out, and it wasn't fake. It was real. I was like, I know that all of your jewelry is an indication of your statue and how well you take care of yourself and how you stand in this world. But where I come from, that'll get you killed. She said, where do you come from? I said, the streets. The streets. She said, these streets? I said, no, you were able to move through these streets looking like that just fine. You're safe in these streets like that. She's like, yeah, but if I went to Mexico, they'd get me. I was like, those are the streets I'm from. They would have fucking totally, they would have took your jewelry and kept you as a prize. Just a pinup doll to have fun with whenever they were bored. Those are the streets I walked. At 15, 16, 17, 18. I didn't even know the language. The second I arrived there, the group tried to buy me for 18 kilos of weed. 18 kilos. Right away, as soon as he brought me down the block, they were ready to give it to him. Give her to us. Bring her on the bus. Every time I had to leave that house, they were right there on that corner, waiting for me. They already put a price on me the second I got there. He said no. How far were they going to go? Luckily, his name protected me. If something happens to her, they're coming. The fucking cartel's going to get you. Luckily. That was what kept me safe. But in the essence, it's like, you know, you don't even. You couldn't even, bro. And that was Lewis, too, back in Oklahoma. Lewis, you're all great and grand all over the world, but if you come down here and you put on a pair of jeans and walk down this street with me, they'll fucking kill you. They might not, but they're not going to look well upon you. You walk on one of these, you knock on their door or walk on their fucking grass, they will definitely kill you. Why? Because you're black? And you don't know how the real world works. You forgot because they treat you with a type of royalty, but you don't know how real black people are treated. And that's it. You come out here, girl, and that's where I got to get her the message. She's like, oh, I tell her that I'm a spirit. She's like, tell me about myself. I looked her dead in her face and said, nobody wants to be told about themselves. I see your shadows. I see what you're hiding from. I see this fucking wall you're putting up with all this jewelry. I see you. I see the you that you're trying to hide from everybody. You don't want me to tell you about that part because you don't want to see that part. Don't ask me to tell you about yourself because I'm going to tell you and you're not going to like it. That's why I don't charge for this shit. I'll tell you about yourself for free. In the essence, and that's what I said, it's like, you're not anything you say you are. You don't have any street credibility. You don't have any of that. You're not rough and tough. You're not a man. You're not a fucking gangster. You're not nothing, bro. You're a child with some money that wants to bully people around. You're completely confused about your identity. You're out here thinking you're completely confused. You've lost all sense of your identity. You are just putting on any image that you see on, you know what I mean, on a screen. You've got people, you're convincing yourself, nobody else, that you're a Nazi and a KKK member. You've convinced yourself that you wear a white supremacist skin. That's not true. Your children might be white supremacists just because they're grown in that house. But that's not you, bro. I could say something really harsh right now, but it'll hurt a lot more black people than you. Know your place, bro. Know where the fuck you came from. And that's it. Don't think that you're bigger than anybody else. Everything you do, you lose. You tried to be president and you lost. You tried to release a music and you lost. You tried to fucking release clothes and you lost. You tried to release your daughter's music and you lost. Everything you do, you lose. You are the world's biggest loser. And you want to come out here and tell everyone that you're a winner. It's a common trait between my twin flames. All of you think you're such fucking superior assholes and that, you know, you're winning on some shit, but you're really just a loser. And that's what this whole documentary shows, is how bad you're losing this game. It's not a game. That's the sad part. You're fucking with your own life. This isn't a game. I mean, in essence, sort of. But it's real. And it's very real to other people. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't give a shit. You might not until you go out and you realize other people do. And that makes you unaware of yourself. You know what I mean? Not taking accountability. They describe you as a narcissist. There's a word for people like you. They've made a word about it. Now, me being, you know, the Holy Spirit, it's like, I know why you've turned off your feelings, because you're a pussy and can't deal with them. And instead of dealing with your feelings, you take them out on everybody else. Lovely. There's nothing superior or special about you, Kanye. Everyone does that all day. You're just doing it at the highest level, trying to hurt as many people as you can. But nobody's hurting but you. Nobody's hurting. All the shit you say about people doesn't bother them. You say it because it's bothering you. And it has some power over you. It doesn't bother us. You know, you telling this whole story that, you know, that Kendrick's trying to get Drake. Funny, because you was out to get Drake. And now all of a sudden, somebody you don't like, you know, now you're on a Drake campaign. You're on Drake's dick. You're on that faggot shit. You're on Drake's dick. Why? Because your wife's on Drake's dick? Your wife wants to have Drake's baby? I might be the only woman that doesn't want to have Drake's baby, but I'm just the only woman that doesn't. I still have to have God's baby. I don't think it's going to be Drake's. In the essence, you're a fucking clown. You can't hold shit down. All you gotta do is sit around with your fucking feelings and fix them. Keep your fucking opinion to yourself. Put it in a blog. Put it on a... Put your stupid thoughts. Write them all down. Put them somewhere. And set that shit on fire. You're not your thoughts. And the shit that comes out of your fucking brain is all evil. Get it all out of there. Stop putting it on people. Stop putting it into this world. It's not real. It's not real. The way you think about things is not real. You're entitled to your opinion, right? You're allowed to think that way. But you're not allowed to force that fucking opinion on nobody else. You can live by that stupid opinion, your judgment of how things are, but it's not real. You live in a state of psychosis. You live in an altered reality. Most do. They don't see the real world we live in. They create their own world in inside of their head. Guilty as charged. But in essence, dude, it's like, my reality doesn't hurt nobody. My reality makes me walk around, you know, Christ-like, and spreads a Christ-likeness to everyone. I believe in something that isn't real. I believe in, you know what I mean, unity, balance, us coming together, me saving the world. I believe in all good things. Not for me, how this is going to make me better, but how it will make the world better. All my beliefs are how I can have an impact to make the world better. So me believing that, as much as that's not your reality and you think I'm crazy, gives me a good reality. It gives me a purpose that is above myself, and it keeps me focused on people outside of myself. And I get a certain sense of, I don't want to say pride, but joy out of the way that I live. Do you get joy out of this, Kanye? Do you have fun? You know, me and Marshall both had to admit, we get joy out of tearing up people. It's very entertaining. It gives us this sense of, I don't know how he describes it. He probably could describe it better because he's been doing it for years. And, you know, I wasn't aware I was doing it, but when I did, I realized why I do it and that I do like to do it. But at the same time, I realized that what I like is hurting other people, so I need to, you know, put my likes away. I shouldn't be doing things that hurt other people. I became aware. Like, are you aware? Yeah? I'm fully aware that I'm about to fry you, and this is going to feel really good, and God asked me to try to calm down on this, and I'm going to, but he knows that this brings me joy, so I'm going to try to do this nicely. I want to still be me and do what I like, but I got to be respectful of those around me while I'm doing me. And in essence, you know, that's what it is we really enjoy putting a person like you in their place. That's what Marshall, it gets his dick hard every time. Boy want to pre-cum when he sees me go after someone. But in the essence, the same thing that he loves is the same thing he hates. Because it's that kind of domineering woman that he despises. But he loves. I'm the thing that you hate and love at the same time. People just hate you, Kanye. Because you don't know when to shut the fuck up. They don't hate you for what you do, because you really don't do nothing. Going back to it, you have no power. There's nothing you can do that bothers me. Your very voice bothers me. The things that come out of your mouth bothers everybody. And you like having that power to bother people. But the real truth is the only reason you're opening your mouth is because you're bothered. So you're putting out this energy of bothersome and on everyone else. Because you're bothered, we've got to be bothered by you. And you wonder why nobody wants to be around you. Because you have nothing nice to say. Nothing good comes out of your mouth. And as we connect, this is how we connect with each other, is through oral communication. That's how we start a connection, is through communication. You have no communication skills, so we can't connect with you. And those that do are not connecting with your superior thoughts. They're entertaining your idiocracy long enough to get their words in and get what they want from you. I'm going to have to sit here and listen to him babble before I can ask my question. But if I listen intently, he'll say yes. And that's it. It's like I have to go and listen to Trump in order to ask Trump my question. I don't want to sit around in a room full of Trump-type people and listen to them talk. But I have to listen to his opinion when I talk. I don't want to listen to his opinion at any other time. Your opinion is not God to me. You're entitled to it, but, you know, unfortunately, if I have to talk to you, I have to give you a conversation, and I have to listen to your opinion about what I've just told you. Why? Because I want something from you. Basic. Why would you talk to Trump? Because God told me that I'm going to have to talk to him, and I'm going to have to ask him for something for us. I have to go against my grain and do what's right for God's people and face what he says. The only thing I can see is the enemy. He's not my enemy. He's an enemy of the people. But in essence, I've got to go to the enemy of the people and ask him to help my people. That's not going to be that's not going to be, a comfortable conversation. I don't know the guy. I don't vibe with the guy. I don't like how the guy talks. I don't like how he thinks. I don't like how he treats stuff. But in this moment, I've got to respect his power, submit to his power, and throw myself at the mercy of a conversation with this man. I will never have to do that with you, Kanye. There's nothing that you want that I have to sit down and entertain the shit that comes out of your mouth. So understand that when people sit down with you, they just want something out of you, and they got to go through this very difficult experience of listening to you talk before they get their chance to be heard. We have to listen to you. I don't. I do not. I do not. But they do it just to get what they want. What do they want out of that interview? To destroy you. Why did they do an interview with you? They wanted to they know that this will be good for their numbers. And he has to sit there and listen to the shit that comes out of your mouth and talk to you in a certain childlike way to make sure you don't act up. They bring, what are they called? Hold on, what are they called? Terrorist negotiators and hostage negotiators to talk to people like you. You need a special type of specialist to have a conversation with a person like you, because you're explosive. You don't know how to hold a conversation. So now we have one of the best interviewers has to put on their best face. Not just anybody was going to be able to talk to R. Kelly and keep him calm and get what they wanted out of him. That's what it takes. We need a special investigator to sit down with this type of idiot and get the answers we're looking for. They wanted answers. He asked you specific questions that would bring him viewing. It wasn't going to help him in his music career or anything like that. He's an interviewer. He interviews people and asks them the questions that people want to hear. All right? So, in essence, did he come to you and ask you to do an interview with him so he could boost his numbers? Or did you go to him and say, I want to do an interview with you to boost my numbers? Maybe not saying it like that, but why else would you do an interview? I want to be heard. Then turn on your Instagram and talk. You wanted to go on somebody else's platform and take a dump. A blumpkin. Same as the Grammys. Nobody invited you. But you just took a diarrhea shit down the fucking catwalk. And then threw a fit that nobody nominated you or invited you. You knew you weren't nominated or invited. And then when your publicity stunt backfired in your face, you wanted to act some type of way. I'm curious here. You know what I mean? And now that you're digging all this dirt up, you're saying that all your actions are out of jealousy. You said you did all this stuff because you were jealous of other people. All right, me being the child and Christ-like, I can see this and I can be sympathetic. But you're not dealing with Christ-like people out there. You're dealing with the general public, the masses, and the masses think alike. You think that they forgive you or that restored any type of power, respect, or, you know what I mean, financial possibilities for you? And that goes back to stop right there. Russ, your album. Do you think your album is supposed to what? Give some more respect, some financial gain, some kind of love, compassion from us on the outside that don't care what you're talking about, that never bought a Russ album. This isn't the time. I'm not going to listen to this shit. You're trying to be heard by this. You're trying to get your message across to the people that are already listening to you. But nobody outside of you cares. Those are the people. They want to hear your bullshit. They resonate with your bullshit. Us out here, we don't. Who resonates with Marshall Mathers' words? That's the debate. That's why they say he's not rap. Because nobody resonates with the words that are coming out of his mouth. You have to give him respect because of how he... his lyricism. They're words. A lyricist is a words, right? A wordsman. But his words are just creative words put together to make a noise. Rarely is it a sentence that tells a story. It's just a punchline. It's just a bunch of rhyming words that he can punch somebody with. If we go back to the old schools and what rap was, it was story time. I'm going to tell you a story. Here's a little story I got to tell. He's not telling any stories. And if he is, he's just talking about other people. He's just talking negatively about himself or other people, dropping names like this guy, you know what I mean? Always dropping somebody's name. And that's what Russ started doing now. Russ thinks it's cute. Let's just drop everybody's name in our albums. Everybody's name. We'll just drop names. We'll rhyme names. It's not working. And that's what it is. It's like you guys are doing, you know, I can sit here and it's like, what makes you so superior? My intentions. I'm not creating from a place like you. And I'm not creating for myself. I'm creating for God, for other people. You know what I mean? This is all about you. This is all about you, bro. Every one of your shit, you know? So going forward, it's like, what's this next thing supposed to do for you? Why are you doing it? There's a cause and effect. There's a reason that, you know, there's an intention behind every one of your actions. So what's the point? What are you hoping to gain? Because it's all about gain. Is why you do things. Why'd you go to work today? Because so you can have the money. I do this to get that. It's all conditional. I do this for that, this for that, this for that. Tit for tat. Why did Kanye do this interview? Simplistic, right? But it's not, because does it work? Is it enough? Can you shut the fuck up now? Were you heard? Did everybody hear you? Did you talk about everything you wanted to talk about? Did you get it all out? No, but on another hand, and what I meant to say, and that was Russ yesterday, and what I was trying, I just don't know what I'm gonna do, and I've got all these songs, I got the rap songs, and I got this, and I got that, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Bro, you're 3 years old. You've been doing this forever, and you're still acting like a fucking child about releasing music? Somebody get him a manager that can manage his life. Get him off the mic. I mean, honestly, in essence, yeah, your fans are used to seeing this, oh my god, little guy, they really are. And they're very, that's their vibe because that's your crowd. Busta Rhymes was like, yeah, high five, yeah, I can't wait to see it too, oh my god. The rest of us, no, we don't feel you, bro. We don't feel where you're coming from. And so, it's like, what's the purpose of your actions? What did you hope to gain by doing this, Kanye? Okay, it didn't work. What's your next publicity stunt? Why do you keep stunting on publicity? For the publicity. Why? What's it doing for you? I just want people to love me again. This isn't going to work. Give them something to love. You know why people love me? Are totally in love with me? Because of what I do, bro. I know all you hear is what I say. But what I say is about what I do. And they're in love with what I do. You know what I mean? Because nobody ever did it they never seen nobody do the shit I do. Okay, first off, it's God's doing, and I just have to do it, and it teaches you to do some shit that you ain't never did before. But in essence, people love, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm saying Marshall, it's like, do they love him for what he does? And if so, what is it that he does? He raps. He does nothing else but rap. Nobody knows that he does anything else. They really don't know. They don't see him as a man. They see him as a rapper. That's Eminem. So in essence, this is where it gets to the point of it's like, I can't stop doing what I do because then nobody will know me. They'll know you for what you did. But you could probably do something better with yourself if that's all you are, is what you do. All you are is a rapper, Marshall. It's all you've ever been. Yeah, I'm the best rapper. According to who, Marshall? You're going to come out here and get on the mic and prove it? That's what you're always trying to do. You're just like him and all of them. It's all, let me prove to you. Let me prove myself. To who? Who asked? Who are you arguing with that you need to have this conversation with? Marshall, you're not going to be the best rapper in the world to everyone. Only to the people that like you. And you can't make everyone like you. And you can't make everyone think that you're the best in the world. You are the best in the world to the people that like you. And that's got to be good enough for you. But in essence, it's like holding up the best in the world title. The world title of the best is bringing out the worst in you. Because what they love of you is the worst parts of you. They're not the worst, but in essence, it's like, I love your rage, but that's not what I want from you. I'm tired of the rage. I'm tired of the anger. I'm tired of the cutthroat remarks. I'm tired of the name dropping. I'm tired of the competitions. I don't love you for just those things. I love you without those things. And yes, those things brought me to you. But it's those things that are keeping me away from you. And it's not that. It's like you want to be loved for what you are. And I love you for what you are. But what you are pushes everyone away. Because even me, that whole fight we had, Marshall, all of my fears came to the surface because I had said something and you were going to destroy our relationship, because that's what you do when people say something like this to you. If somebody says something, goes too far with their words to you, you're going to destroy them. And I knew I had gone too far. and what you would do, because I know who you are and how you act. And that's why everyone don't get close to you, because you're going to tear them up. Now look at Kanye. I'm not getting close to that guy, dude. He's going to anything we do, he's going to tell everyone about it. He's going to use it against me. He's going to fucking, nope. Am I talking about fucking Marshall, fucking Kanye, or fucking you, Russ? As soon as I said that, it's about trust. We can't trust you based on your actions. So how can you have a relationship with someone you don't trust? When you never know what they're going to do. Because they're always flighty. And when they do fly, you know that it's going to be bad. This all comes with the person that you choose to be. Because you're not really these guys, but this is the image that goes with these guys. That's where you step out of yourself and say, all right, I can be a better self. I'm aware that I do such things, and I need to work on such things. Not let me harness it and make it a better song for next year. Let me do it better. Let me be more painful. Let me hurt them more. And that's what I told him. Don't you fucking come out here, Marshall Mathers, fucking dropping names and hurting people and fucking talking shit about people. Find a new way to rap where you're not talking shit about people. What a challenge. Nobody could tell him that. You're an amazing rapper, but could you maybe stop talking shit about people? Could you talk about something else? I think you're an amazing, and matter of fact, bro, the way you write, I think you're an amazing writer, and you're wasting your talent putting it in rap. I think you could write great pieces of art, could be, poetry or further. But if you're gonna write, can you stop talking shit all the time? Can you stop putting people down to put yourself up? Do you think you could do that for, the last couple years of your fucking music career? Could you stop this? Or this is the whole MO of fucking Marshall Mathers. The whole Eminem story is a shit-talking fucking bitch. Yeah, I said that shit to him. I said what nobody else did, and that's why I'm having this conversation, to Kanye. Can you fucking stop? Can you fucking stop yourself? Nobody can stop you. Do you have any control over yourself, Russ? Are you at all attached to the being that's lying within you that, do you do everything that mind says? Every clever thought that pops in your head, you got to write it down, Marshall? You're just always going to do whatever your mind tells you to do? Is it working out for you? It looks like it's causing you more stress. You don't look so clever. You don't look like you got this together. You look like you're spinning out of control in those little thoughts in your words. You need better help. That one's for you, Marshall. That was a good one. In the sense of, come on, enough. I'm not going to hang him without everyone hanging right there. Does your chain hang low? Does your career drag you to the flow? Like, seriously, bro. All right, I'm not rhyming with you guys. I'm rhyming on my own fucking time. As I'm telling you to burn your career, they're like, this bitch is going to blow up. I'm going to blow up all over your face. You're supposed to work with me, not against me. You're either with me or against me, douchebags. And yeah, remember, the videos are going to destroy your careers anyways. You might want to start building a new one. You know it. You can't stop it either. You can't stop my creative project. You cannot. You cannot. You're like, it was defamation of character. Bullshit. You have all the posts to prove that it was all true, bro. You'd have to delete your pages before I deleted mine. Because every one of those posts, do you know what Mike just posted? And do you know what Russ just posted? You know what Allie just did? And then they're going to scroll and see it, dude. It's on your timeline. As though we walk through the valleys of the shadows of death. Yes, bro, there's a time mark and a date on every video and on every one of your posts to align with it. total alignment, bro. Total alignment. That's it too. Allie, you think they're gonna... You're supposed to be the greatest R&B rapper, and now they're gonna know you're just a broken little boy that fucking whines all the time. They're gonna know, they're gonna see the truth. I never looked at it that way. She's right. He does have a very strange relationship with his mom. Oh my god, look at how weird they are. I didn't see it either. It broke my heart. I just want to point out, listen to my shock and devastation and fear through every fucking ego death of seeing these people for who they really were. And how mad I got. You fucking liars. You had me fooled. I thought you were real people. You're a bunch of puppets. It's devastating, and they're going to go through the devastation of truth just like that. What do I do with Archangel Michael's sword, guys? Who was part of last night's... Who took notes from last night's video? What is the sword that Archangel Michael carries? What is God's strongest battalion? Anybody? Truth. The truth shall set you free. Yep. Truth. That's all we have is the truth. The truth sets us free, and that's what it was. Is I thought you were something until I saw the truth, and then I was no longer trapped in this idea of who I thought you were. All I needed was the truth, and you were never going to give it to me. God gave me the truth. God, you're a lie. God is the truth, and that's really what it is. I thought Marshall was this, that, and the other until I realized what he was doing. It's like, dude, are you really doing that, doppelganger? And you want to be called the greatest in the world for the greatest doppel? Shh, gang, 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 gang. Because that's exactly what everyone's doing with their chain. Yeah, out here studying. Busta Rhymes gonna bust that ass. You gonna bust that ass? I call them Busta Rust. He's gonna bust one. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. I'm not into that homosexual stuff. I accept love. I have a thing with all of, sexuality in general because I haven't had a good experience. So, butt fucking and all of that man stuff, I already have a difficulty with the idea of a naked man touching me, let alone them doing all that to each other. I have violent fucking fears and shit, so I'm seeing this in the most disgraceful fucking imaging and sense. Just had to make that image as bad as it was in my head. Let me present this image to you that nobody should ever want to see. That would be my videos. Let me paint a picture for you. Let me tell you how my life went. Let me tell you about these people. Let me tell you what God said. And that's me, the Oracle. I tell you. I tell you, fuckers. And I mean, the whole time, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I didn't want to know. Why? Because it's life-changing truths that fuck you up. You're going to have to, after they tell you this, it's going to fuck you up all day, and you got to live a different way. I'll never look at you the same. I can't even look at you. I need to go the other way. Turn around. What the fuck was I thinking? Those are the most famous things you're going to hear me say through this whole thing. What the fuck was you thinking, Kanye? I ask myself, but then I ask you, and I can really put myself in your lame brain to figure out what you was thinking. The fuck, dude? Even under that big ass, why did you... And that's what I mean. What asshole custom made that for you? They knew it was wrong. Their Holy Spirit was like, don't do this. It's Kanye West. This could make me famous. What the fuck are you doing? Don't do this. Do not create that for him. Do not create that for him. I know for a fact the Holy Spirit said don't make that for him. It was one made. He didn't make... Please hope to God he didn't make more of them. But who did that? Who has no dignity? Even down to the person that's printing his shirt. It's like, this person doesn't care. They only see numbers and dollar signs. They don't have any fucking humility or understanding. I'm just going to put... And that's how you guys are with your fucking songs. I'm like, oh God, don't make that. Don't put that on a song. Don't put that into words. Don't give that to people. Keep that in your sick head. Or write it down and burn it. Get it out of your head. Dude, the Holy Spirit is vicious, bro. Mine especially. We have the dirtiest, darkest talks. And it is funny. They burn the shit out of people. Laughing at people in hell is my thing. But I can't bring you to that conversation because you're going to get burnt off this, bro. It's going to hurt you. And that's what I mean. It's like, you can't sit and let them just talk like that. I can't. I don't filter. I hear them and I'll be like, no, nah, shh, shh, shh. Stop that. And that's what I'd be like with the Holy Spirit. It's like, you can't. You can't just let it all out. You can't just create off of everything that made you giggle. Not I. Not I. Aye, Captain. Like, I need you to make 1,500 of these fucking KKK suits for Kanye West. I quit. What? I'm not doing that. Are you serious? We have to... I get it, but I can't be part of that, bro. My family were slaves, bro. I can't do that. I can't do that. And it's just integrity. I'm going to lose my job. Why did you lose your job? I refuse to make KKK outfits, bro. That's where I drew the line. That's where I said no. I'm not here to create fucking pain. Somebody did it. And didn't care two things about it. He probably offered to pay a great deal of money for it. Yeah, bro. And that's, you know what I mean? That's what happened to Albert Einstein. He needed someone to fund his fucking, you know what I mean, his research. He didn't realize what they were going to do with it. You know, and that goes back to Kanye. He wanted someone to blow up his fucking his shoe brand. He didn't know what they were going to do with it. You never know, but just know that they have intentions. And their intentions are for themselves. It's about self-gain, self-preservation. What do I get out of it? And if it's good enough for them, then they're going to do it. If it's not, they're not going to take the risk. That's how you handle business. That's the business world. When you produce a business plan, that's what it is. They have to see why this is beneficial to them. Why do they want to spend their time, their money, and their energy on your creative project? It has to be worth it to them, that they see enough return. And they're not going to, you know, good investors are not going to. I can put 20,000 here, and this will blow into 200,000. And you're asking me for 200,000 that'll turn into 4? I don't want to give up that much right now. You know what I mean? It's all a game. It's like, and that's what it is what's the return on this? So going back to it, the people that, you know, somebody knew that he was going to blow out a fucking commercial about selling a shirt. No, they didn't. The shirt didn't come out later. Nobody knew what that commercial was about. And then the shirt came out. And what did they do? They stopped it, bro. I'm not selling fucking Nazi clothes. I have people that are, you know what I mean, that have been persecuted. I have all kinds of people that work for us. This is a bad look for us. I have to stand up for my people and the people before me and say, no, I can't produce this. You know, Elon Musk and shit, like, there's a lot of people talking a lot of shit on the internet. And it really, you know, they're like, you need to shut them down. You need to shut them down. You need to shut them down. He gets that all the time. It comes down to who's doing, you know, who's really making this hard on people, who's really having an effect, who's really getting hurt by these community rules. And it's like, you know, he had to literally shut down Kanye. It's like, all right, it's gone to the top. It's hurting everybody. I've got to do something about this. I've got to take away your rights because you're hurting other people. And that's where it goes back to this conservatorship. He doesn't care who he's hurting. He just is looking for this idea to grow himself by hurting other people. He doesn't care that he offended you and your culture and his own children and his mother and whoever the father was. He doesn't care that he has offended all of the communities. Because even those of us that are white, that, you know, believe that Black Lives Matter, he offended. He doesn't care. He wants you to feel that way. He wants to incite those feelings upon you. He knew how this was going to make people feel, and he thought it was funny. And then when you come back and call him all kinds of things, he's going to play victim. Again, he throws the rock and then hides. Acting like you didn't do this. You didn't make people hate you. Playing hateful games. Being a hater. Hold on. Well, fuck. I'm like, God gave me I don't never have nothing to do until something comes up, and then I got something to do. She's like, there's something wrong with the refrigerator. They told me when I checked in, they said, don't overpack the refrigerator, and if it goes out, it might take us a while to get you a new one. In the sense of, I think your refrigerator is going to go out, and be careful, and when it does, it's going to take us a while. I'm not waiting a while. I'll have to go get a new refrigerator, which is, you know, I'm not getting a brand new one. That sounds like a thrift shop thing. Going back to it, I was like, fuck, I gotta do something with my life today other than talk shit. You know, you too, Russ. It's like, you know, all of you. You know, as soon as I said it, it's like, you know, like, Marshall, you're always there fucking, you know, starting fights with people and their friends. Like, okay, you said one person's name, but that person is friends with a lot of people in the industry. So now you've made it uncomfortable for them and their friends. And you want to walk around and feel bad that people hate you, that people don't like you, that people are, you know what I mean, are scared of you and judge you. That's what it's the truth. And that's what I got out of this. And obviously a whole bunch of people got caught up in this. And if you're one of those people, you need to stop that. No, you can't stop it over. You can't save yourself in one day. Just check yourself. Check in with yourself. And that's what happened with Russ. I checked the shit out of him. He didn't realize he was doing it. I don't know. I was like, he's just... All I said to him is like, explaining yourself again, huh? And then I woke up later and it was gone. I was like, I guess he doesn't have nothing to explain. That's what I said. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. You don't need to explain yourself to people. They're not going to fully understand you. Trying to make, you know what I mean? It's like talking. Trust me. That's what I hate about my job. It's like, please don't make me get out there and try to make them understand some shit that they don't know. That's what I gotta do all day. But it's not about me. It's about God. It's like, you're not gonna, I mean, if you were smart, no, it has nothing to do with your, you know, where you got this information. Can you accept this? No, that's not what happened. What had happened was, oh God, here he comes. Here comes the explanation. Explain yourself. And that's where it comes down to is, it's not what they did, it's why they did it that can be forgiven. You be looking at what they did. This is unforgivable, Kanye. This is absolutely unforgivable across the line. And then, you know, God will come in and try to make it for, you know, he can always find a way to forgive you. We're not God, bro. Don't ask us to be. He forces that upon me, but I'm a different breed, bro. They don't hear God. They don't have a conscience. They don't care about you. You're not dealing with souls, dude. You're dealing with people. And people are cutthroat, bro. And you're you're poking at holes that are going to get you cut up, bro. For example, me as a white girl, run around saying Nika, really gets under people's skin. And I had it happen. It's in a video. I don't know if you was watching, Kanye. I was having a good-ass conversation with this dude, and then I said that, and he went all berserkish. And I was like, are you fighting me? Are you fighting for your ancestors? Because I'm not the people that did that to your ancestors. You know what I mean? In the sense of, you can't... They say what you can and cannot do and say. And if you do or say what they say you cannot, you best believe they're coming for you. You did, that was what we call an extreme boo-boo. You done shit on, it's not going to just affect America, bro. There's ancestral wounds that go back, you know what I mean? It was, I don't approve of your message. In essence, God let you do it though, didn't he? He didn't stop you. He didn't stop you. He let you walk yourself straight into destruction. I'm sure he told you not to. I'm sure they tried to calm you down. And going back to the people that enabled you, all your enablers that allow you to act in such a way. Where's their conscience? Where were their ancestors? Where was their God? Where was their heart? Where was their history? Where was their fucking, you know what I mean? Their higher self, their higher knowing. It's like working at a fucking science lab and like realizing what they're doing to the animals, and you gotta like choose. Are you gonna let all these animals die? Or are you gonna fucking maybe go to jail and set them free? I'd have burned your shit to the ground if I worked there. If I came to work one day and I saw that we were fucking printing these kind of fucking t-shirts and they said it was for Kanye West and they were going to spread them all over the fucking America, the fuck you ain't. The fuck you ain't, bitch. The fuck you ain't. Nuh-uh. Not in my house. You're not hurting people. You're not putting a fucking symbol of pain out there. That's a symbol of pain, Kanye. You're a symbol of pain and suffering. You're trying to exert it on other people, but you're just a symbol of it. You might as well turn your name to a symbol like Prince. What? I would say the pentagram, but that's a solid one. I don't know, bro. I guess Yi is its own fucking shitty ass symbol. I gotta go figure out some fucking lifestyles of the fucking ghetto fabulous over here. You guys go ahead and handle your lifestyles of the rich and famous and, you know, whatever else your government and your leaders and all of that shit is doing for you today. I'd say, don't play victim, people. Don't go out there on the internet, post something that's gonna, you know what I mean? Don't go out in public. Confirmation. Don't put yourself out there and do something that you meant to intentionally hurt one person, or you were taking jabs, or you were making jokes, or you were cutting people down, you were trying to be funny about a particular type of person. And when all those people and their family and their friends come for you with a fucking pitchfork, don't sit there and act innocent. You know what I mean? You did say that. You just didn't know who heard it. You put that shit out there. You put your thoughts and your fucking feelings out there to get fucking judged. And when they judge you and they decide you're guilty of some bullshit and they come after your shit, and this is humanity, when they come after you for what you've said and done, you don't get to play victim. Oh, she got raped. You mean she was the girl out that had her titties hanging out? Yeah, isn't that sad? What the fuck? She was asking for dick. Yeah, you. That girl? Yeah, that's you. You gave it to him, and you thought you was gonna tell him no? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You can't rape the willing. You willingly went out there with the intention of attracting lust, and you got it. You just didn't get it the way you wanted. You wanted it to be powerful. It was powerful. You lost all power, girl. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go. In the sense of, that goes to whoever you are, bro. Don't go out there acting like, you know, you're a victim. Karma got you. The devil got you. It was, you know what I mean? That woman last night, I shared a video. I'm going to end on this note. They got her, and it's a video. And it's like when you're so drunk, you don't realize you just killed 2 people. So what? So they have her, she's in the hospital. They're checking her out first. And they're telling her in the hospital that they're about to take her to jail because of what happened. She said, what happened? She said, you were driving on a fucking pedestrian walk and you fucking killed some people. And it took her a while, and she's like, I killed somebody? No, man, I killed somebody? No, man, I killed somebody? And she starts crying, bro, like, oh my God, I killed somebody. It hit her that fucking fast. I killed somebody. She wasn't like, oh my God, you know, like she realized, like, she realized real quick what the fuck she had did. And her life was gone. They gave her 20 years. For, you know what I mean? A life for a life is what we, you know, the price is down here. And I said that, it's like, you know, did she have to spend 20 years to learn her lesson, or did she not learn it in the blink of an eye? You know what I mean? In the sense of, it's like, there was many times that she went out drunk driving before it became this bad. And God and, you know, the angels, whoever, you know, we take our risks. All of us have drunk drive. If you haven't, you're a liar, and get the fuck off my page. I can't stand people that deny their shadows. We've all done something dark that nobody wants to admit to. And most of us have done it many times. The only time you stop is because you have like a near-death experience, or you get caught. Or you're afraid, you like nearly get caught that it's almost death. And you're like, okay, I'll never do that again. But people that do something, they keep doing it until they get caught. You know what I mean? And some people, they get caught and they still keep doing it because it's still a pattern. For her to be that drunk and go off like that far off, like on a whole nother fucking journey and shit, that's hella fucking drunk. And she owned that car. Somebody had keys to that car. That means she's done this before. And she could have done it any other time. It was meant to be that she was going to learn that lesson then. But she probably should have learned the lesson before that. And that's where it is. It's like you want to play victim to it, but how many times have you done this, bro? You know, my brother, I heard the story and I was like, damn, God got you bad, bro. But that's your fucking karma. My brother was a fucking, you know, he's a schemer and he was a fucking bad guy and he had a fucking one hell of a criminal jacket in all kinds of states. And he never really did time. He kept running from them, running from them and running from them. And then he gets out and he gets this new girl. He goes to rehab. He marries this girl from rehab and they have, you know, he gets an apartment and she gets pregnant. They lose the baby. He gets pregnant again. She's, you know, 9 months pregnant. He's had good jobs. They're about to start a brand new life. And they get pulled over on a traffic stop. And they find an extinguished fucking warrant from like 11 years ago. And right before his baby was born, he went to jail for 4 years. And it's like, he wants to sit there, you know, I look at his wife's post, and she was like playing victim, you know, she's like, you don't know what, he was a good man, and he was all these things. To you, this is the version, you got the best version of this man that none of us know. He still had to pay the price for who he was before he was your man. That's the truth. He abandoned 6 other kids. He destroyed my family. He did, you know, this is a cold-hearted fucking criminal fucking, you know, jerk off that would do anything to keep himself high and, you know what I mean, have the nicer things in life. He went through decades of people before he got to you. And you thought he was such a great guy because he lived a different life when you met him. No, that life that he lived, that he ran from all those years, came back to bite his fucking ass. And though you can't believe he was that guy, you best believe he was that guy. He was that guy. And he wasn't going to sit there and get to have the joys of staying at home with a brand new baby when he abandoned all his other babies. Nah, Nika. That's karma. In the sense of, you know what I mean? It's like, don't play like that, dude. Kanye wants to play a victim, bro. Nah, bro. Look at what you've done. These are consequences. As above, so below. You shall reap what you've sown. People don't fuck with you because of how bad you fucked with them. Nobody did shit to you. You started attacking people, and that's Marshall. Nobody did shit to you, bitch. None of those people that you ruined, MGK didn't do shit to you. Nobody did shit to you. Ja Rule didn't do shit to you. Nick Cannon didn't do shit to you. Kim Mathers didn't do shit to you. Your mom didn't do shit to you, bro. They lived their lives and you didn't like it and you want to talk all about it. Nobody did shit to you. They hurt your feelings. You're so fucking sensitive, aren't you? Nobody did shit to you, Kanye. You shat on everybody else. And they want to act like, oh, nobody trusts me, nobody likes me, nobody... No, look at what you did to your own fucking friends. Look at what you do to anyone that gets close. I don't want to end up... And that's what they say, you don't want to end up in Eminem's rap. I dare you, bitch. I motherfucking dog dare you. Mention my name. Mention my name. I'll tell your fucking family's past and future. Mention my name. I'll tell you how big the dildo your daughter has in her fucking drawer. Oh, your daughter don't use a dildo? She's a motherfucking freak. She get it from her mama. And that's what it is. That hurt your feelings? Is it a possibility that your grown-ass daughter who's about to give birth might be a freak that, you know, lets her boyfriend fuck her with a dildo? Wow. You can't say that. You can't hear that. Later, haters.